book club is now in session.
Cheers.
Cheers. Liz, you have to cheers.
I'm cheersing.
There's always one slow one in the group.
What are you guys drinking?
Merlot out of a box.
Ooh, Malbec out of a box.
Ooh, that was my last one.
I like it. I have Costco Pinot Grigio because Madeline opened the bottle last night and did not finish it.
Yeah. Okay, so this week, sorry to interrupt. We're talking about Cruel Prince. Woohoo! Why are you laughing, Kelly?
Because you have the book. I have no idea where mine's at. And you're always like, I have it right here.
I'm prepared.
Every time.
I like it.
Yeah.
I have like a very
probably in a
different
box.
cover.
Oops.
I have like a,
Mine's
I have
white.
like a green cover.
Yeah, your cover's different than mine. Kelly, is your cover different?
Yeah, but that's because you got like a signed copy, didn't you? Yeah.
It was off Amazon.
Show us.
It just said it in like the little description. It was like signed copy.
Show us. I want to see.
Well, since I have my book all handy right here. I hope it's her signature. Someone could have really just scribbled this.
I should start doing that.
It's a cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's very cool.
It's a cool one.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's book 1 of, is it 3?
3, and there's another one coming out next month, but it's like a collection of short stories. It's not like a continuation of the third
Okay.
one.
So is it kind of like Red Queen, where like the last book is like kind of like stories?
Yeah, I think it's like Broken Throne. They said it's a collection of short stories, and some set before the series and a couple set after.
Oh,
I obviously haven't read it yet, but
that's cool.
But like the same characters, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to mostly be like Cardan as a child, I think, is like the main story.
Okay.
I don't know why
You guys
Kelly
say-
just did that. So I mirrored her for some reason.
But like this
because Elizabeth had like a little clock pop up on her. And
Dylan wants to be famous too.
Dylan, go away. Make yourself scarce. Shoo shoo. No, Liz had a little clock pop up on her screen for me, and I was trying to read what it said. Apparently,
What was
I need
it?
glasses. So, it said 60 minutes, I think. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah.
So, how would you guys describe Cruel Prince in like 20 seconds? The whole gist of it. Murder. Yeah.
that was less than 20 seconds. You guys are very.
That's all I
efficient.
need. That's all, like, everyone's
What about-
just killing everybody.
Right? Like fairies and murder, like ruthless murdering fairies.
I couldn't quite hear that. Could you say it one more time?
I said ruthless murdering fairies.
Yes, 100%.
Not
There's
like
a lot
the
of
pretty
like
little,
alliances.
like
Mm-hmm. I thought it was quite cunning though, like how it all unraveled. Like there were a lot of things where I wouldn't have guessed that would happen, which I like in books because I feel like sometimes you read a book and you can kind of foresee the ending within the first few chapters, but this was one where it was like there was a lot of big plot twists I did not see coming.
Well, there's also like a lot of characters that have to interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
usually it's just like about one family and their life, so you can kind of guess it. But there's like, I don't know, I feel like they all hung out or had scenes together quite a bit.
Yeah.
yeah, there were like
agree.
a lot of characters to keep track of and like names and things. Like, and I thought the hardest part was like remembering what the fairies looked like. Like everyone was
Yeah.
like different colors and had like looked like a fox or had horns or
Mhm.
tails, and I could never remember.
Or had a furry butt.
Yeah, furry butts.
Okay.
No,
least-
I was always like, wait, who is what? Who is a what? And like, how are they related?
Who is your least favorite character?
Taryn.
No one likes Taryn.
She's so freaking
Like-
terrible.
If anybody is like, Taryn's my favorite, I'm gonna be like, never hang out with that person.
I think that says
Like-
a lot about a person if their favorite person is Taryn in that book. I would be like,
Yeah.
you disloyal. I was gonna say the F word. You just loyal person. I don't know if you can curse on YouTube.
You scoundrel. I mean, I probably have. But no, Taryn's the worst. I was really confused about the whole, like, why was she even in the story, I guess? And why were they twins? That, like, never came into play. And I feel like it was a little unrealistic because them being sisters and twins, they should have had a stronger relationship. But it was like they didn't even know each other or care to. It was weird.
Yeah, I think it, like, if Taryn was, like, a ruthless character or, like, was doing it for certain reasons, I never understood her motivation. And I can't imagine, like, ever treating your sibling, let alone, like, your twin sister like that. It was, I did not approve.
I mean, she wasn't even, like, an antagonist or a protagonist.
That's true. She didn't really do a whole lot other than, like, just invoke this sense of, like, hatred from the reader.
She's just a bystander that's like, I'm going to be an ass today.
Yeah. Although I wonder if people who aren't, like, necessarily, I don't want to say as loyal as us, but, like, I feel like we're a really close-knit group who are, like, probably are closer than, I don't want to say every family, but, like, as sisters or, like, cousins go, we're really close. So maybe that's why we hated her so much. I wonder if, like, an average person reading that book would hate Taryn out of everyone else in the scene.
I mean, I know siblings have their falling out and stuff, but, like, this was from, like, when they were children even, and they're twins on top of that.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
You only know of, like, 3 sets of twins that don't like each other, and that's usually because, like, something that happened in their old age. Like, it's not, I don't know a lot of twins, I guess, but I just feel like there wasn't a point in writing them in and mentioning that they're twins.
Yeah.
You want to know what's funny? Is there's Holly Black, the author, actually wrote, like, an ebook that's, like, 200 pages, and it's Taryn's point of view for what happened in Cruel Prince, and I read it, and I still don't like Taryn, and I still don't understand her.
Did she have any good points of, like, this is why I'm a jerk?
Like, she tried to kind of explain it, but it, like, didn't make sense, and she was just defending herself all the time. It seems like, dude, I know you must hate me, but this is why I did what I did. And it was just, like, more awful things that she did. I don't know.
I feel like if Taryn were a social situation, she would be a backhanded apology. She sucks.
What is that? I don't know the words you just...
I didn't hear all of that, but I heard she sucks.
Oh. No, she's like a backhanded apology.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I could see that.
Yeah. I thought you said, like, oncology, and I'm like, I have no idea what a backhanded oncology is.
Oh, you missed the part where she went to med school and became an oncologist?
Yes. I think I missed that chapter. I feel
No. I just feel like she sucks. She's a waste of space. I don't know why she's in the book, really.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about her, but...
I think, what would you say? You liked Red Queen better, or you liked Cruel Prince better? Because Kelly and I talked about this last week.
So I think that Red Queen has, like, more of a developed story, and it makes you think a little bit more. But I love the ruthlessness of Cruel Prince, and that probably says a lot about me, but I like Cruel Prince better. Because there's no, like, oh, I feel bad. It's just, like, I'm going to kill that stupid guy that just attacked me, and I don't feel bad at all. And I liked that better.
I can see that. I definitely agree.
I don't know. I have trouble with books anyway, keeping my attention. Red Queen was easier for me to get through than Cruel Prince. But it might have been because Taryn was there and there were so many characters to keep track of.
Yeah, that's true. I did think, like, Red Queen, like, the series, though, like, it definitely kept you hooked throughout the whole thing. Like, you really felt like you were, like, diving into this world. And I really do think that we could be best friends with Victoria Aveyard. Like, she's very similar to us. I think that's why we like the book.
I know. I follow her on Instagram and I'm obsessed with her, and I feel like I don't want to ever say anything bad about Red Queen because, like, I know she's amazing.
I like everything she does. I'm just like, I want to be her friend. I would do that too. I would drink that too. I would eat that too.
Her house is so pretty too.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
No.
Where does she live?
What?
Where does she live?
California?
Oh, everybody lives in California.
Right. Her house is super pretty though. It's kind of like Cape Cod-ish style. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She has really pretty like wallpaper and stuff like that. I don't think I would have ever chosen, but like the way it all comes together looks really pretty.
Huh.
I just don't have good taste like that.
I'll have to go down the rabbit hole and like creep on her wall art.
Do it. She also has a cute dog. So.
That helps.
So, Madeline, what did you like better? Red
what
Queen
was that?
or Cruel? What did you like better, Red Queen or Cruel Prince?
I personally liked. I think I liked the series of Red Queen more because I really liked a lot of the characters, like Evangeline and Farley. Like I really loved them. But as far as like the actual plot and stuff, I think I liked Cruel Prince better, just because I think it would align more with what like I would probably do if I was living there in that world. I think I personally related more to Cruel Prince, which sounds weird because it's in the Fae and they're like fairies, but a girl can dream.
Yeah. I feel like it's weird to describe Cruel Prince with fairies too, because like I tried to explain it to him, like Ryan, my husband, and he's like fairies, and I'm like, these are not like Tinkerbell. These are like like us, but like ruthless and immortal, and they're not like cutie little things in like slippers with like wings.
That's a good point.
How would you describe that?
How would I describe what?
The fairies in Cruel Prince.
They're very human-esque, I thought. Like they
assumed.
seem like normal people, but they could like manipulate you to do something they wanted. But I didn't ever picture them to be like winged, like flying creatures. Like they had very human qualities to me.
I always think of like Ferngully almost, minus the like the cute aspect. But yeah, and I don't
have
ever
not
picture
thought
the ears,
Ferngully.
but I always forget that they have the pointed ears or something.
Yeah. And then there was that scene where she was like, what's his name, has a tail.
Oh yeah.
And that really threw me because like in my head I always pictured them as just like humans, and then she's like, but he has a tail, but I don't care about tails, like doesn't matter to me. And I'm like, wait, why does this guy have a tail?
Yeah, I was like, oh, what a world that tails aren't a big thing.
But overall, I think I would rate Cruel Prince a solid B, because I don't know if I would read it again, but I will continue to read this series. And I think an A for me in the rating scale, it would have to be someone I would read like, or a book I would read like 2 or 3 times. Like I would never get old, or it would never get old to me. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
what would you rate Cruel Prince?
B-. Wasn't
That makes sense, because I feel like you're not into the whole fantasy world as much.
No, I have, the imagination is lacking in me. Like I don't really. I'm like, no, that would never happen. That's stupid. I'm like, this is complete. Like I can't get over the like. Why were they twins? That doesn't make no. And I can't like. It's done.
I love that
imagination part. So.
I love that Kelly struggles with the why are they twins? They're not nice to each other, but not the whole like there are fairies with tails and like hooves and antlers. It's just the twin thing.
That's true. I forgot about Oak's antlers. I didn't picture him ever with antlers.
He had pointed ears or something too, because she had to like change them for the real world or something. No, I have trouble with imagination in general, like playing with little kids and stuff. I'm like, this makes no sense. This is not proportional at all. That dog is bigger than the house. This can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but it was an entertaining story, and I mean, I think a lot of people would enjoy it. So,
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
What about you, Liz? What would you rate it?
I think it's a B plus. It's like my favorite genre, like young
Mhm.
adult fantasy, which is why I picked it. And it's like it's like fast paced, so I thought it was a B plus, but I wouldn't like, to your point, read it again.
Yeah.
I think that's a
I
good
don't know
phrase.
I don't know if I told you guys this, but I told one of my patients, she's like a senior in high school, and she was like, oh, I'm always looking for a new book, and I recommended Red Queen series, and she basically was like, aren't you a little old for that?
Did you tell her to F off? Because that's what I would have done.
Would you?
She's like, I started that series, but it just seemed a little immature, and she's like, I feel like that's for teenagers. Aren't you like a little older? And I was like, yeah, I'm in a book club. There are no rules. So,
Did you tell her we also read Hatchet?
I think I did. I think I was like, we're actually reading Hatchet right now, and you read that in middle school where I'm from. But I was like, there are no rules. It can be anything.
Yeah. I also think that, like, I mean, at any age, like, the creativity and, like, imagination to, like, dive into a book like that is a good thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would agree. I think it's important to, like, exercise your mind no matter what, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Liz, I'm curious, what would you rate Red Queen?
A B. Except maybe a B plus just because I love Victoria Avantgarde and I feel bad. But, yeah. No, it's like a B or B plus. I felt like the story was like more developed, I felt like, for Red Queen. But it wasn't, like, Cruel Prince, I just had like more satisfaction reading. So
I can see that.
She's gonna hear this and know you gave her book a B. She's not gonna be friends with you.
She blocks me on Instagram. I'll be so sad.
She's gonna start trolling you.
I would just love attention. It would be fine.
Well, there you have it.
Yep.
Cruel Prince, our opinions. I feel like it's not even really a review. It's just what we think about it. But I would recommend it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's a good read.
I don't think there's a book that we've read so far that I'm not like, hey, you should you would be entertained by reading this.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree. Cool. Well, cheers, guys.
Okay. Cheers.
Oops. I can't even see it. Bye.
Bye.